0.7 kilometers per hour. Very nice. What's up guys, we're back with another Rocket League drills slash tutorials for noobs, and today we're gonna do some very basic wall stuff. So reset shot, and then what you want to do is practice this, just rolling the ball up this wall. You want the setup to be a smooth roll, so if you try to hit it against the wall, it's not gonna roll up well. Even if it has a little bit of bounce, sometimes it might just mess it up entirely. So like something like that. You're not sure that it'll actually go up the ramp on the side walls. So just try to keep it very grounded and just take one touch on the wall. Create some distance, and once it goes up the wall, use boost to drive into it to pop it up high. So it'll be something like this. Create some distance and just boost up. You just want a pretty high ball. Hit ceiling or not, it doesn't matter too much for now. There are many things you could do with that ball. So first thing is set it up. What you want to do is turn around and then just try to shoot this. So just a nice front flip to shoot. It'll work on your timing. It's going to be similar to the ground shots that we did for the last tutorial video, but this time it's going to be higher up. Oh, remember to do this on both sides, guys. Left and right, so you don't, get used to only one side. So this will be those moments where it's on your side of the field, no one's going to touch it except for you. You're waiting for the bounce. And you just want like a strong bounce hit to whether it be clear the ball or just shoot it like a long shot, right? So this will help you with that timing. So after you finish shooting, here's another thing you can practice. Try to get that bounce while staying grounded. That bounce, and try to make the bounce like, a pretty slow bounce too. That's not a good example because I kind of just shot it, which is not bad too. Shooting it off the ground without flipping, that's nice too. But try to control the bounce. This is something that Jazer did back in days. It's straight up just roll up the wall, take a really hard hit so it goes close to the ceiling. You want to be able to pop the ball while being grounded. This will set up for like, something like that. You could do like double taps or air dribbles in the future. But yeah, this was just one of Jazer's first tutorial videos on like freestyle. I still remember it. Nice way to set up some shot on your own. This would be the way to do it. And if you feel comfortable, you could try to jump with it too. Do some sort of aerial play. Let's see if I can get this. Oh, I missed it. And if you want to go for the aerial or something after that hop, you can set the ball further back too, just so you have more space to work with. Something like that. Try a double here. Very choppy double. Same setup. Launch it up. Another thing you can do is take out ball cam, and then you want to look at the circle, right? You want to be able to catch this ball in many different ways. Depends how you're going to use it. So one way is what I just did. Just catch on like the top of your car, right? You see there's a little bit of bounce, so I couldn't get a smooth touch there. One of the ways is to catch it on your hood, but another way is take out ball cam, and you want to just ground the ball too. Catch it on the sides of your car. So like use the circle indicator. If you want to catch it to the left, position your car a little to the left side, right? And it'll be on your left side. Catch it to the right side, position your car to the left side, catch it to the right side. Whether if you need to juke someone left or right in front of you, right? You'll need to be able to catch the ball in certain ways. And for the really efficient ball carry, you want to be able to do, that was okay. You want to be able to catch on your hood and kill most of the bounce. You saw my first attempt, the ball still bounced up pretty high, right? So if you do it perfectly, you should be able to drive into this ball and it'll just be perfectly on your hood. Just no bounces, super smooth. That's another thing to go for. And of course, from the last video, that can set up to like flicks and stuff. So like, yeah, that's terrible. Such a high bounce, not gonna help you at all. That's not to say the bounce is completely useless though. If you do get a bounce, you could just jump up in aerial as well. That was decent control. The secret to the smooth catch has to be just going almost at like full throttle speed already. So you have to like space and time it. Like that was almost it. That's better. And remember, the less time it takes for you to get that ball under the control, the sooner you can flick it. So that was pretty good control. Ooh, that was pretty good flick too. It's been just kind of a part 2 to the ground stuff. I know I did miss a lot of things, but it's like the catching left and right thing with the indicator that's important. And speaking of that, I might as well cover a little more on the ground stuff too. So I've mentioned only on like, you know, having a bounce or like popping it or having in your hood. The more simple and realistic option you'll have in the very beginning is if it's just grounded. You're gonna have a very grounded ball if you can't control it well to begin with. Yeah, I probably should have started with this. But anyways, if it's just on the ground, what you want to do is, you know, try not to just do this. If you just boost right into the ball, you're gonna have no options. When you have it rolling, just try to keep at a slower pace, and then you want to go left or right of the ball to cut it in. So let's say I have a grounded ball, ground. I'll go around, and now I can have it back on my hood. I want to just be able to cut into it. Again, the secret is just to not go too fast. If you go too fast, you're gonna lose all your options. So you cut it in, and then do something with it. You can also like do some like plays around it too. You can fake a cut, and then cut later, pass to teammate or something. Here's another good shot that I forgot to talk about, but it's like roll to one side, you want to swing around, and just try to cut it in. So even if it's not a shot on target, it still sets people up on the backboard. That's a really tough shot to save. And if you do get the shot on target, it's usually a very fast shot. So just roll it, and just try to drive on the ground and swing around. It's like a hook shot. That's really weak, but that's the concept of it. To get more power, you just kind of have to create the distance, right? Alright, roll it. And just cut in. Just like that. 88, not the fastest. It can be faster. There we go. Well, hit crossbar, but it was definitely a banger, like top corner. Well, like, what better shot are you gonna ask for? There's a good shot, but if they see it coming, it's kind of obvious. You know, you're just swinging wide from the ball, right? Just to get that, that angle on them. So only useful if they're like stuck in net and they're forced to defend like on goal line. But still a good shot nonetheless to learn. I should have mentioned this in my first ground shot video, but I forgot. Also, you don't have to just take one hit. You can also like drive around, take small touches too. And this will go back to like the bounce dribbling from the ground video that I talked about, the ground plays. Yeah, you don't have to take the shot just yet. Take the shot whenever. You get this rebound. Oh, I'm bad. Alright, that's basically it for the extra ground stuff I want to talk about. I guess now we can kind of move on to like the actual wall plays that you can do. So when you get a little more comfortable with just rolling it up the wall, this setup is obviously going to be kind of slow in game. Instead of just rolling it up the wall, you want to be able to practice flipping into the ball too, to really ground it. So I'll try to bring it to this side of the wall. Like just add a flip to roll it, and then just get that pop too. This could be the precursor to all your air plays, this rolling up the wall. So one way to practice just following yourself up off of the wall touch is roll it perfectly straight, and once you pop it up, you want to jump, tilt back, and boost, and then try to touch the ball after that. So roll it up, one touch, jump, tilt back, and find it. Touch, just one touch. Once you get more comfortable with that, you should be able to find the ball sooner with just your boost, and you can even add your flip in, right? So jump, tilt back, boost, and then flip. If that sounds familiar, it should, because that's the same way that you do any type of aerial, right? So it's like jump, tilt back, boost. You do it on the ground too. You jump, tilt back, boost. Technically, aerialing on any surface is the same thing. If you're on this wall, jump, tilt back, boost. So that's how it's always going to be. You'll always just jump, tilt back, and then boost. Even when you're approaching the wall, like perfectly straight, right? Except the angle that you're covering is only like directly in front of you, or straight in your line. So to start things off before you even use air roll left or right, just jump, tilt back, and boost. You want to try to touch the ball. So a common usage for this is when you're taking the ball back to your goal and you're rolling up this wall. This is a good way to clear it too. Jump, tilt back, boost. And this will clear the ball in your like very low ranks, probably like plat and under maybe. Plat diamond maybe? Maybe even diamond? Depends how aggressive they are. So it's like you're rolling it back, You're about to bring up the wall. Tap it up once, jump, tilt back, and boost. And that can clear the ball or like pass it out to one of your teammates too. So once it gets to a little higher level, or even once they start expecting it, don't use this move at like, you know, at all times. Because if you just do jump, tilt back, boost every time, they'll just chill in the back and wait for your touch, and it won't do you any good. And even worse, if you messed up the touch, say like you get a pretty bad touch, or it doesn't go far enough too, right? That's an easy counter attack for them too. So use this move sparingly, but it's a nice move to just practice a little bit of your wall to air control. Jump, tilt back, boost. And once you get really good, you get follow it up too, like very cleanly. I still can't do it very well, because like you get like air dribble a bit too. But yeah, just work on that for now. Roll it straight up against the wall. Pop once, jump, tilt back, and boost. And just work on that touch. And once you add a little bit of angle on your setup, that's when it gets a little confusing. Because your tilt back, you'll have to add some micro adjustments of like the left right steering just to get the tilt back boost. But it's still doable. You don't have to use arrow, but arrow will be very nice to just orient your car in a much better way. If you're on the right wall, you're gonna, when you drive the wall, right? Once you jump off the wall, you're probably not gonna have perfect control. You're gonna be like, this is confusing. What the heck do I do to like get control of my car? So first things first is, if you're on the right wall, you want to arrow right. You jump off and you arrow right to orient your car back towards the goal line. So let's go up with the ball like this, just so it'll be easier to see. Pop it up, jump, arrow right. And this lets you kind of like face the ball and the goal line a lot better. Same thing if you're on the left wall, but you don't use arrow left this time, so arrow left. And then now you can go follow it up. I'm doing arrow left and right manually. I think you can see on my controller. You can have arrow left or right bounded as well, but sometimes people's control schemes won't give them those type of options. So now this is where the touch matters like a lot more. You want to approach the ball at the right angle, so like that's pretty good. You want to pop it up like 45 to 60 degree angle towards the goal. If you go too steep, it's just gonna go straight up, and you're not gonna be going towards the goal. It could work if you're trying to pass midfield or something, but for now we're just gonna focus on, you know, just actually trying to do some type of airplay by yourself. If you go too sharp, you might go too far forward. You're not gonna be able to do any air stuff with it. But speaking of the sharp angle, so for shooting, if you also want to, try to approach the ball at like a sharper angle, just push it down, and just take a shot off it immediately. This is something that Scrub Killer used to do very well back in the days, and he does it very cleanly too. So it's like, it'll be up the wall, but he takes a touchdown really quickly, and fires a very powerful shot on the ground. Yeah, if it's too high up, the defense will have too much time to react, so you don't want to pop it too high up for this particular shot, but roll up the wall, and you're almost like angling downwards, right? Yeah, that's like an okay shot. 92. You also just aerial it too, but using the bounce is definitely nice. Gives you a ton of power. I like that. So when you get decent setups on the wall, the most simple thing to go for would be the air dribble. So what Squishy used to talk about back in the days, this is one of his very first tutorial videos for air dribbles. It would be roll the ball up, and then this banner right here, right? This Rocket League banner. As you're bringing the ball up with you, you just want to jump at that moment. So at moderate speed, you just jump up there. At this point, it's really down to just you and your air control to move the ball into the net. That's what the air dribble is essentially. And it's almost all in the setup. Like if you get a very good setup, your air dribble is going to be easy to control. And if you don't get a good air dribble, you have to adjust. And adjusting is much harder than, you know, just getting the good setup to begin with, right? So smooth setup, and you'll be smooth sailing. Yeah, once you get the angle right, jumping at the banner, air rolling left or right, at that point, it's really down to you to figure out how to control the ball in the air. Can't really teach you how to do that. You just gotta get a feel for it, you know? So just try to line yourself up with the ball. And then at this point, oh yeah, one more thing to mention is like, you want to feather your boost, right? If you hold down boost the whole way, you're just gonna, you know, you're just gonna not control the ball very well. That's kind of cool though. So yeah, feather your boost just so you can match your speed with the ball speed, and that allows you to stay with the ball indefinitely as long as you have boost. I want to just push it into the goal. This is gonna be very hard to learn because aerial control is what this whole game is about. It'll just take time to perfect this. You're gonna have bad setups like that too, all sorts of bad setups. Just gotta keep practicing, keep trying, and eventually something will click. It's like that clicking doesn't always happen at the same time for every player. This could be different for everyone. Some people get a hold on it sooner, and other people not as fast. Like that setup was like I hit it too softly. Yeah, the reason why you want to jump at the banner for this particular air dribble is you want to be as close to the ball as soon as possible so you could just start boosting and controlling it. If you let the ball fall too soon, you're not going to be able to control it anymore. So just staying with the ball as soon as possible. That's the key to this basic air dribble. When you get a little more comfortable with that, pros and everyone nowadays tend to like to keep a little bit of space between them and the ball. So they could do either like a ceiling touch or like a flip reset or something. But yeah, they would hit the brakes and then follow it up afterwards. Do some sort of flip reset like that. Or keeping the space would be like pop up, jump up to the ceiling, and then some type of ceiling hit like that. But yeah, for now, just master the basic air dribble that I mentioned. Just jump at the banner, get a good angle, arrow left right, and just try to boost with the ball and feather it home. Yeah, you're gonna need a lot more air control before you can do other things, but this air dribble is a very good precursor to just get yourself up there. Alright, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. It's a lot of material that I covered this episode, and there's still more to come. I probably missed some again, like I forgot the ground stuff for the last video. But yeah, simply put, you just gotta put the hours in and get good. That's just how it's gonna be. And these drills will just help you focus on some particular things to help you get good at certain aspects of the game. So just keep up the practice and you're bound to get better. It's just a matter of the hours that you put in. And remember, multiple short sessions are probably gonna be better than like one super long one. If you do a very long session, you're probably gonna burn yourself out, and sometimes you won't retain as much knowledge like that. So shorter sessions the better, probably aim for like, 30 minutes to an hour. And then you can probably just go and play at that point. Playing will just get you in-game experience. And if it's just casual, it's like, don't be hard on yourself, don't make it too serious either. It's like not a big deal. Everyone's just out here practicing, trying to get better, or just trying to have fun. Sometimes practice is the fun. But I hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys learned something. If I missed anything or if you want me to do something else, let me know, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.